what I'd like to stress is that there's always a bigger picture to what we're doing, and the bigger picture is to create more revenue for all the companies involved. And as we sat and had lunch at Longhorn, Rocky said that he would be interested in potentially being one of our Next Stage Advantage office owners, investors. And so you may or may not know, but that's one of the things that we're doing is we're looking for people in every city eventually to own one of our broker franchises. It's not mine, I didn't create it, but it was founded by some guys that helped launch a little real estate brokerage called Century 21. You may have heard of them. They're actually not doing real well right now, though, because they haven't learned to change with the times. Well, we have, and eventually we'll be setting that up. So let's talk about some of the lead generation mechanisms that you're utilizing. You're sending out a yellow letter to a pre-90-day list.
That's right.
And your response, we did the numbers, you sent out 150 letters and got approximately 20 calls in a pretty short period of time, so you're at a 13% response rate.
Right.
So pre-NOD, they have not hit the notice of default list. Right. Tell me about the character of the people that called in. Were they motivated, non-motivated?
Yeah, most everybody was pretty motivated. They're 60 and 90 days late. Most all of them are pretty motivated. I basically took your criteria and kind of tried to weed out the ones that we didn't want to talk to and focused on the ones we want to talk to. And out of about that 20, I think we got 3 pretty solid leads, pretty solid deals that will be potential moneymakers. So, if the yellow letter works, it's kind of simple. It looks real simple, but it works. It really does.
No doubt about it. There's 3 things I want to pull out of this conversation. Number 1 is that you're not mailing into the NOD list. He's mailing into the pre-NOD list.
Right.
Number 2 is that, oddly enough, the people that are calling in are ultra motivated, which is great. It doesn't matter. When we take these deals, we're looking at basically 3 exits. We're looking at exit number 1 is to do a short sale. If we're having trouble with the lender and we can't get the lender to comply and create a short sale that we want based on an accurate BPO, then we're going to go and we're going to roll it into what's called a forensic audit, which means we're going to be working with an attorney group. We're not going to be working. We're already working with an attorney group that files a federal lawsuit against the bank, and after a period of 3 to 28 months, they will settle the debt with the lender at between 20 and 40% of the loan balances. And exit number 3 is to short the second mortgage and take over the first, depending on how low the first is. So when we're looking at all these deals, our main objective is to get a quick turn so that you can get cash, and we can get cash if we're doing a partnership deal. You also said that one of your letter campaigns brought in a $4 million house.
Yeah.
You're still working on that one a little bit. That's a perfect case for a forensic audit. The bigger, the better.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least $200,000 loan balances before we look at doing anything with a forensic audit, so that's huge. But the main thing is you're getting calls.
Right. Get a lot of calls. It's you send the letters out one day, and about mid-afternoon you will start getting calls, and you better be ready because they're coming. And I try to send out at least 100 a week, and you just got to plan for it because the calls will start coming, and you need to take as many as you can, get as much information from the people as you can, and sift through the ones that are good deals, and then pursue them. It's really it's not that difficult to do.
Hey, this is what's really cool about your background. You're not in real estate. You actually have a nursery, and it's a family-owned business, and you raise plants and you sell them to Home Depot and so forth and so on.
That's right.
So this is a completely different career change for you.
Completely different avenue here, and it's just exciting. I have a hard time sleeping at night thinking about this stuff. This is awesome.
I'm the same way.
It's a great time to be in this business, that's for sure.
It really, really is. Especially when you're looking at great deals like this, driving down the road with great friends, having a good time, making money, learning how to make money. The confidence level on anybody that does a deal like this that goes and commands $54,000 is completely different after the deal.
She's through the roof.
Especially when you put all the little pieces together and know that you created this out of just the knowledge that
That's right.
that you've been taught and that we've been taught, because we had to learn it. We learned it, unfortunately, through the School of Hard Knocks.
Right. And that's the big thing about this is, once you learn this, your confidence is just going to blow through the roof. I mean, just in the last 2 weeks, I've learned so much, and I feel so much better about going forward. It's just, knowledge is power. There's no question about that.
Let's put that statement that you just said, Rocky, because that's huge. Knowledge is power. And let me say something about that. There are people that are going through the one ads right now, and they're searching their newspaper, their Thrifty Nickel, their classifieds. They're on Craigslist looking for a job, looking for a $54,000 a year job.
Right, exactly.
And what they're going to do is they're going to go for that interview. They're going to present their resume to hope to get that job, to work anywhere between 8 hours a day and 14 hours a day to create $54,000 in a year. That's working all day with scarcely a vacation because it's their first year grinding it out for a company that may or may not even exist by the time that they're done with their first year.
Exactly.
That sucks.
That does.
I mean, I don't
Uncle Sam's probably going to get about half of that too.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And then comparatively, here we are riding down the road with you. We're looking at a deal saying, okay, we're either going to make 54 if we just get in, get out, and get a check, or we're going to maximize it to a total of 65 too.
Right.
Assuming that everything works out, getting the debt down to even 40% of the loan balance of 500 is not outlandish.
If you can't get excited about that, you're dead, I think.
It's not outlandish. We're getting offers accepted at 40% of what the debt is. And I promise you, go ahead.
I mean, I just, I read so much about, people making so much money in real estate, and I was so scared to get in it because I didn't know it. But I got with you guys, and I've learned so much in the last 2 weeks, and it is true. Millionaires are made in real estate; they really are, and this is definitely a great avenue to go. And these Todd and Jeff, these guys know what they're talking about. They really do. So
Todd, you look like a proud father back there.
I do, Jeff.
Just gave birth to Rocky. Rocky just gave birth to a $54,000 deal. You gotta love that. Life is good.
Yeah, life is.
Jeff, when you were on the phone a few minutes ago, Rocky and I were talking. Hey, it's not all about the money, but it's about the quality of life, like you said. What you're gonna do, with your family, friends. And anytime I'm with somebody, I want them to focus on not just the money aspect, but hey, what are you going to do when you close that first deal? And we were talking, we may close this deal, maybe go crash your catamaran.
Yeah, absolutely. Come crash my catamaran.
But
I'm going to be circumnavigating the world to have to fly in somewhere.
That's right. But no, I was just out in Arizona with a couple near the Grand Canyon, and they want to, they closed their first deal. They want to do like a camping trip out there or something,
Yeah.
So
awesome.
it's really about long-term relationships. Hey, let's find our key partners we can work with, develop, cultivate. Another lady in Phoenix, her goal is to go out to the Greek Isles on her first deal.
Oh yeah.
So
was that Debbie?
That was actually Laura.
Laura, okay, yeah.
Her husband's from the Greek Isles.
Yeah.
And I believe she said she got married there, and they want to make another trip back out there. So I told her, hey, count me in on that trip if, So it's really exciting to see these things happening, and just to, really to... I have more fun helping other people close deals than my own deals,
It's just exciting watching people accelerate and coming out of the masses, because 97% of the world right now is, and I say world because this is a world recession that we're obviously in, but instead of looking at the one ads and trying to figure out what you're going to do for a living, why not sit here and pencil something out on a piece of paper that's got the number 65,200 written on it and say, okay, we're going to do that deal, and because we're going to do that deal, we get to live, because we're doing something that others won't, we get to have things that others don't have. And that's just about as simple as I can put it.